Well, I would define leadership as being essentially selflessly helpful to those that you're leading. I believe that you gain a certain and compile a certain amount of experiences, knowledge, skills, and for you to pass on that knowledge and those skills and that experience to others around you who are part of your team. You never ever make it about yourself. I believe that the more confident people are with that experience and with the knowledge they have, I think the more effective leaders that they are. They're not afraid to pass on that knowledge and they're willing to do it to make everyone around them better.
Leadership takes like all sorts of forms. It can be you can be a leader, for little. Anybody can be a leader. It doesn't matter who you are, what position you're in. It's just the type of personality, I guess, that you have. I think it's just like one of those qualities that any individual has. You can be a leader. You can be a quiet leader and lead by example. You could be a vocal leader and lead, and preach. But leadership can take many, many forms. It can be, like I said, a kid's coach. It could be the president of the United States. It could be a dictator. Leaders come in all shapes and sizes.
It's the willingness to be able to educate and set up your team for success.
I think a very good leader is strong in terms of conviction, making good choices, being a good problem solver, being very smart, being knowledgeable, having good experience, having empathy for others, being open, being amenable to change, someone who evolves and grows and is intellectually curious.
I think being confident, being friendly, being trustworthy are all good qualities of what a strong leader should be and are.
Fairness, compassion, understanding. I would say also, just wanting to help and encourage, to uplift, their employees or their team members.
It doesn't really matter what a leader says, it's what a leader does. A leader should be very mindful of his actions in terms of the way he acts, especially in terms of behavior. A really effective leader is very consistent with their behavior, very consistent with the way that they interact with people. Consistency is a very important qualification, I believe, for a leader.
But it doesn't mean that you're not a leader if you don't have those qualities. Like I said, you could be a bad leader and have horrible qualities and be a liar, but you're still confident, and people will follow you if you're a bad leader, if you strike fear in them and they have no other choice but to be led by you.
A really poor leader is someone who's not accountable.
Aggression, like basically if a person who is in a leadership role that abuses their power.
Take any dictator or any person who's leading a big country, but through fear and through using fear tactics.
Anyone who makes it about themselves.
Anyone that's in a leadership role that's mean, disrespectful, that doesn't really care about their team or what the common goal of the team is.
Because unfortunately in this day and age there aren't many good leaders. A lot of people looking out for their own self-interest.
Anybody who feels that if for whatever reason their mood dictates their behavior. I believe that a really effective leader, or anybody for that matter, I believe that there should be 3 rules that are followed. And those are to treat everyone around you with dignity and respect, to be accountable for your actions, and to learn from your mistakes.
But yeah, our station manager here, he's a leader. He's a really good leader. And I think some of the traits that he has are he is easy to talk to, he is confident, he knows what he's talking about. He has this aura. You could believe and trust what he says. The things that he say comes from, real input and real data that he's relaying to us that are all factual. And we have to believe or trust what he says. And we do so because he is confident in how he says it. He says it eloquently. He has a positive attitude, and he, is somebody that you can trust. So, him being a good leader probably takes all those things that I just said, and kind of bundles it up into one, thing, and that makes him a really good leader.
Your father is a really good leader. He's very educational. He loves his job, and you know what I'm saying, and he builds his team and everyone around him up for success, and I think those are qualities that leaders should have. They want their team to succeed at all times, so they give them the tools and they, kind of set them up for that.
One of these mission statements that I had when I started this new position as the station manager for, a team of 60 drivers delivering Amazon Prime products. My mission statement was to improve people's lives around me, whether it be superficially through building a great station, creating a good environment and a great experience for people to come and work, or whether it mean taking individuals who have an interest and maybe mentoring them a little bit, improving people's lives. That's been the most satisfying part of what I'm doing currently, is mentoring individuals, and really thinking that currently I'm seeing results that are making differences in people's lives. And it comes down to just, once again, passing on whatever knowledge I have and whatever experiences I've been through to this point. But I also understand that there's a lot of things outside of my control. And for those things that I don't have any control over, I'm just very grateful and just very fortunate that I'm in that situation. And I think that part of having a good leader is also humility, and understanding that you can't do all this stuff on your own. You can't succeed in life on your own. You do it on the backs of others, really. And hopefully true leaders understand that, and they understand the empathy, and to go to every individual and try to create those connections and try to create those relationships. It's so meaningful. People in your universe, people who are helping you succeed. I really hope that the leaders out there understand that. Go to those individuals. Go and be helpful to those individuals. What can I do to help you? That is truly, I believe, what a leader is. Somebody who's just helpful to all those around you. And if you can't figure out how to help, you figure it out. You problem solve. And then you bring that solution back to the individual who needs that help. And that's what real leadership is.